Welcome to this last set of videos. What we're going to do in these videos is look at different ways to fire the lights with the PulseeBuff Cyber Commander and all of its receivers, as well as pocket wizards and flashes. We'll do a little bit of shooting along the way, and we're also going to show you how to use the light meter in a real world situation here. So this is Brooke, our model today. You can say hi. And we're going to have her stand in so I can get some great shots, hopefully along the way, while we have some fun. And we've had a lot of fun here in the studio. We did some jumping and things with the second curtain. That's something I can also talk about when we get to firing the flash on the system. The first thing we want to do here is make sure that we're hot here. I've already turned on the Cyber Commander. I've synchronized it with everything. Right now we have all of the PulseeBuff antennas up there, the transceivers. You can see one right up here. This is the CSRB Plus that's joined the Alien Bee. Then I have two Einsteins back here with their little antennas that we've talked about before. And the first thing I need to do is meter this and make sure I'm close. After that, I tend to be a person who looks at the screen and makes adjustments myself visually to what I want. I'm not someone who sits down with ratios and runs exact tenths of a part of a stop on the meter. I know some people do that, and that's fine if that's how things work for you. So what I'm going to do here is turn this on. I'm going to go over here, and the right-hand joystick is the one we push in to meter. We have to have the dome facing toward the light. So the first thing I'm going to do, instead of all, is I'm going to move this over to light number 3. Now normally this would be my light number 1 right here, with this beauty dish on, but in this case I've gone ahead and moved it up front and using it differently so I can put my Einsteins in the back for a rim light. So I'm going to go ahead and hold this right up here with Brooke, and we're going to take a meter. We're showing 11.2, which is right where I want to be. You may not have seen the flash in the video, depending on how the video recorded there. So now I can go over to channel 2, and I can push it, and it's this light here behind me over this side. So I'm going to hold this over on her shoulder, and I'm getting 5.6, maybe up here in the hair, 5.68. So that's a good amount there. I'm down a few stops. I've tried it hotter, and the light starts to wrap around her. I'll go to light 1. We'll do the same thing on the other side. We're here at F8 on that one. It's a little hotter, so I might even go ahead and take channel 1, and I'll just pull it down here a little bit. That's about 0.8 of a stop. See what we get. We're at 5.66, just like the other light now. So now we're ready for an exposure. If I wanted to do an all, I can move the Cyber Commander left joystick over to all, and I could put this up here. If all the lights, if she had more lights on her in front, we could get an overall reading. It would show up at the top here. But because the lights are behind here, I really can't get a reading because they're separate. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the camera. Go ahead and you can adjust this up or down, whatever you want. I'm going to put it down out of my way. We'll go ahead and take a shot here, right here. I'll zoom right in here. I'm going to move my focus point up to her eye, and boom. And we got a perfect exposure, as you can see here, and I'll put that up on the screen there. Very nice hair lights. Make sure the light is not catching her nose. I think we're perfect. That's why I have the grids on. I don't want the light spilling out. We don't have a hot spot on her nose. I'm really liking that. So that's using just all of the PulseeBuff things. I'm going to just take a minute to shoot a few more shots here while we're set up. So go ahead here, get a little closer in here. We'll play with that, different looks. There we go. Very good. Loving it. And back up a little. There we go. Let me give a break for a second. I'm liking that a lot. What do you think?
I like it.
Looking good. Now, I could change my backdrop and make it black. I've got one right behind them. I'm going to leave it here. It's going gray. It's a pure white, but she's far enough away from it. We're getting a nice fashion gray look here. So that's the Cyber Commander in its own right, just controlling everything from the top of the camera. I can control the lights, as you've seen in the other videos, and I can fire them, I can meter them, and all that. It's very simple to use that way. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and establish a pocket wizard, at least on one of these, and we'll talk about that when we come back in the next video.